we got images. I can see that already. We got some pictures. The Mamiya 645 is an interesting line by Mamiya because it is an SLR medium format 120 camera, but more importantly, it can also be adjusted to the individual user. So for example, the first thing that I think of is because it is an SLR with an interchangeable lens system, the biggest thing is the kind of glass that I'm going to use for a camera. So therefore, this is one to think about because if I want to use a 35, I can do that. If I want to use an 80mm, I can do that. Essentially, because it is allowing me to interchange those lenses, now I can choose the focal length that is best for my situation. Secondly, the viewfinder can be adjusted to be either a waist level viewfinder, much like my Mamiya RB67, or I can choose to use the metered prism, which came with my version, allowing me to orient in a way where I can take an eye level photo. And I have the 645 Pro, which actually has a feature that the older models don't have, which is the ability to remove the back directly. This is something that I find interesting because just like my RB, I can hot swap different film stocks if I choose without losing frames. And the last big thing that I wanted to note on my model specifically that you may or may not have, but may want to consider, is the auto winder that is on the side of my camera. But beyond just modularity, one thing that I think about is what makes a system like this or a camera like this really useful for anyone that is interested in getting into or getting a new medium format camera. And for me specifically, it comes down to portability and price. Because when you think about weight and size in a camera, these are things that are going to make you either want to take it or not want to take it. So if you think about it in that aspect, your bigger cameras probably get taken less versus your smaller ones, especially when it comes to medium format cameras. For me specifically, I also shoot an RB67, and now really the only time I'm going to take that anywhere is if I'm going to use it on a tripod. Because it is super heavy and it's just one that I have kind of grown out of because of the size. I still think it's great to have a 6x7 negative, but it is one that's just too heavy compared to the 645, which is much more manageable, especially when you're talking about using it anywhere other than just maybe on a locked off tripod. But of course, portability is not just the only thing that I think of when it comes to getting into a new camera or a new system, because film has never been pricier. And for that reason, I need something that is affordable, or at least I can sort of mitigate some cost when using that system. It looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I guess I'm... Wait. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I guess I burned one, but there you go. And for me, I think these are a good option for most people that are looking into getting started or getting a new system because they are a sub $1,000 camera. And on top of that, they're averaging at timer recording in my configuration between $700 and $800. But beyond the cost of the camera itself, it's important to remember that you also get to save money with the 645 negative, which allows for 15 frames on a roll of 120, second only to that of a 35mm camera that allows for 24 or 36 exposures. And this tends to be for me a nice happy medium between the not enough of a 6x7 and the too much in 35 for things that I typically shoot on any regular basis. But that's what I have on the Mamiya 645. Hopefully this helps you out if you're trying to get a little more medium format for a little bit less. But as per usual, I want to say peace out and thank you so much for checking this one out. I will see you as per usual in the next one.